Well, tonight we are getting details about the major federal takedown of guns and drugs in Nashville. But this wasn't your typical police sweep. They used technology and years of crime fighting data to figure out exactly where to focus, then sent in undercover agents. WSMV4 investigative reporter Stacey Cameron tells us that strategy led to a huge haul.
Yeah, Jimmy, that's absolutely correct. See, this idea was simple. Don't just go where you think the crime is. Let the data tell you. ATF says that along with Metro Police and U.S. Marshals, they spent years mapping shootings, shot fired calls, and ballistic evidence. Then used that information to target people they say were selling guns and drugs, and what they found was substantial. This is what a data-driven police operation looks like. A table full of guns.
Law enforcement removed 151 firearms from the streets.
The high-powered weapons used to push drugs,
fentanyl, methamphetamines, and cocaine.
And an army of bad guys who used them.
Of 44 defendants.
All of it no longer a threat to Nashville. But the most important part of Operation Last Call is what investigators say they did before making a single arrest. They collected data.
The ATF conducted a 3-year study of shots fired.
Then handed the info on these guns to another agency to review that data and pinpoint specific hotspots where to send undercover agents to buy guns and drugs that are fueling violence.
Every firearm removed from the hands of a violent offender or prohibited person represents one less firearm available to facilitate another violent crime.
And Nashville Police Chief John Drake says there's no question this operation will make Nashville safer.
Ballistic testing is already telling us that these guns have been used or fired in a crime at this point.
Because more than half the people arrested in connection with these guns were felons already convicted of other serious crimes. And now that data led investigators to target 4 areas here in the Nashville area. That's the Harding Place and I-24 corridor, Bell Road and Murfreesboro Pike, Brick Church Pike and Trinity Lane, and the Napier-Sudicum neighborhood. For WSMV4, I'm investigative reporter Stacey Cameron.